Welcome to CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and this is your news for January 6, 2020. Bolton is willing to testify in a Senate impeachment trial if subpoenaed. Coming out of Washington today from NBC News, John Bolton, the former national security advisor to President Donald Trump, said on today that he is willing to testify in the Senate impeachment trial if subpoenaed. In a statement today, Bolton wrote, "I have concluded that if the Senate issues a subpoena for my testimony, I am prepared to testify." The decision marked a significant and potentially dramatic development in the impeachment process. The House Democrats have set in motion just 2 weeks after Bolton had left the White House on contentious terms with the president. This is also a reversal for Bolton, who previously said that he would only testify if he is subpoenaed and a judge orders him to defy the White House by appearing. Bolton had a front row seat, however, in the White House's pressure campaign against Ukraine to investigate the son of political rival former Vice President Joe Biden, including the decision to withhold military aid. He served as Trump's national security advisor for more than a year until his departure back in September. Democrats quickly sought to use Bolton's decision to pressure the small group of moderate Senate Republicans who are facing a tough re-election fight in November. And in other news, Nancy Pelosi announced war powers resolution as tensions with Iran escalate. Nancy Pelosi said, "The Trump administration conducted a provocative and disproportionate military airstrike targeting high-level Iranian military officials." The Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, Democrat out of California, announced that the House will vote soon on war power resolutions to limit President Donald Trump's military actions after he ordered the killing of a top Iranian general last week, escalating tensions with Tehran. Last week, the Trump administration conducted a provocative and disproportionate military airstrike targeting high-level Iranian military officials, Nancy Pelosi said in a letter to colleagues on Sunday. "This action endangered our service members, diplomats, and others by risking a serious escalation of tensions with Iran. As members of Congress," she said, "our first responsibility is to keep the American people safe." She continued, "For this reason, we are concerned that the administration took the action without the consideration of the Congress and without the respect of Congress' war powers granted by the Constitution." She said that the House resolution is similar to the one introduced in the Senate by Senator Tim Kaine, a Democrat of Virginia. It resets the Congress' long-establishing oversight responsibility by mandating that if no further congressional action is taken, the administration's military hostilities with regard to Iran cease within 30 days, she said. Last week, Trump ordered an airstrike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani and other officials near the Baghdad airport. Soleimani's death came days after rioters sought to storm the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad, and a U.S. contractor was killed in a rocket attack in Iraq's military base in Kirkuk. Iran and its allies vowed to retaliate for the general's death, and Trump has since escalated his language in response. And in other news, Harvey Weinstein has been charged with rape and other crimes, Los Angeles District Attorney says. He faces up to 28 years in prison if convicted. Harvey Weinstein has been charged with raping one woman and sexually assaulting another in 2 separate incidences over a 2-day period back in 2013. The Los Angeles District Attorney, Jackie Lacey, announced today. The disgraced movie mogul was charged with 1 felony count of forcible rape, forcible oral copulation, sexual penetration by use of force and sexual battery by resistance. We believe that the evidence will show that the defendant used his power and influence to gain access to his victims and then commit violent crimes against them. The district attorney went on to say, "I want to commend the victims who have come forward and bravely recounted what had happened to them. It is my hope that all of the victims of sexual violence find strength and healing as they move forward." On February 18, 2013, Weinstein allegedly went to a hotel room and raped a woman after forcing his way into her room. He also accused of sexually assaulting a woman at a Beverly Hills hotel that next evening. Neither woman has spoken out publicly about the allegations, but one of them is scheduled to testify in Weinstein's criminal trial in New York, which begins on Monday. In all, 8 women came forward in the Los Angeles County with the sexual assault allegations against Weinstein. Although 3 of the allegation incidents took place outside of the statute of limitations, the district attorney's office says that during the press conference announcing the charges, the office said that it will still investigate the remaining allegations and warned that more charges may follow. "We will continue to investigate the allegations involving the 3 other women to determine if additional charges will be filed," Lacey told the reporters. "However, I want to commend the victims who have came forward and bravely recounted what had happened to them. I want the victims to know that just because we may lack significant evidence to charge their assailant, it does not mean that a crime did not occur. It simply means that the evidence was not strong enough to meet our filing standards. And to those victims, I want you to know, we see you, we hear you, and we believe you." Prosecutors are recommending bail to be set at $5 million. If convicted, Weinstein could face up to 28 years in prison. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe this video, and as always, be the change that you want to see. Thank you for watching CCN